Today we're going to talk about a cream foundation that I am absolutely in love with, possibly in my top 5 foundations, nearing the #1 spot of any foundation I've used in many, many years. And we're going to talk about it, and I'm very frustrated with it. I'm going to show you how easy this is to apply and tell you why I like it so much. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and I might fast forward a lot through the rest of the makeup, but so many of you, when you heard I was using this, you asked me to do a video on it to show you. So that's really what this video is about today. Not only the Luxury Cream Foundation by Wayne Goss, but also a couple of others. And I'm going to need your help because I'm getting really frustrated about this and the availability of it. But first, listen, my hair. I shampooed my hair last night. I used a new conditioner on my hair. I've read reviews on it. I used it exactly the way it said to use it. It's a leave-in conditioner. Blew my hair dry. Didn't really notice it so much. I blew my hair almost dry with my Zuvi, and I knew when I went to bed that by the time I got up this morning it would be dry completely. But when I got up this morning, my hair looked like a grease ball. That's one of the reasons it looked so bad. Even pulling it back didn't help because it's like it's just stuck to my head. I decided to use some dry shampoo, so I sprayed it with dry shampoo, and then when I tried to comb through it, I could barely comb through it. It's like it is just there and it's not going to do anything. The only way I can get rid of it is to shampoo it out, which I am going to do when I finish filming here today, because I have a dentist appointment early afternoon, so I can't go in with this, but you've seen me look so much worse. Let me tell you what it is, and let me know if you've used this, if you've had any issues with it. It's by Shea Moisture, and it's the Intensive Hydration Leave-In Conditioner. I've read everything on it. It says to apply it to damp hair and leave in, style as usual. And no, not good at all. If you've used it and had any issue with it, or if it works for you, let me know. Let the rest of us know. As of this result I had last night, I would never recommend this as a leave-in conditioner. Maybe it would work if I rinsed it out, but that's not what it said. Okay, my face is prepped for the day. I'm ready. Let me tell you a little bit about the Wayne Goss Foundation before I start. I purchased this about a year ago when Wayne first came out with it. If I remember correctly, it came with a little round powder puff for application. And I tried it, and honestly, I didn't like it at all. I just didn't like the application. I just didn't like it. Color was fine. I ordered it online from Beautylish, which I believe in this country is the only way you can get it, or could. I was going through some foundations a couple of weeks ago and came across this, and it hasn't been used in almost a year. So I thought, I'm going to try it one more time. And I tried it, and I used a different application, which you'll see. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it is a very thick cream, as you can see. I'm in shade number 7, and when I went on to buy it and looked at all the shades, this really is the shade that most closely resembled my skin tone and the color of my face. Now, as I said, I never put makeup on with like a powder puff, which is sort of what came with it. I like brushes, and I pulled out just by fluke this Sigma F47 tapered brush. You can see it there. It's called a multitasker, and let me tell you, it is. Used this from that very first time a couple of weeks ago, and it's the only brush I've used since. And by the way, I don't have to conceal any of these spots. I won't conceal here unless I see I need to. All right, and I also have found that starting off, less is better. I don't load my brush up, but I'm going around the edges and lightly touching it. And I don't think you can see that, and I'm just going to start on this side of my face and go around. I'm looking in my mirror because I'm wanting to get a real even application of this. I am doing sort of a pat swipe method, if that makes any sense whatsoever, but sort of pushing it in, trying to push it into my skin and then dragging it a little bit to make sure it's even. I even went on YouTube and looked for reviews, recent reviews, and also I was looking for reviews of this on mature skin, what I would call mature skin, which is very aging skin like mine. I'm going to go under my neck. All right. Then I'm going to go in with my Angie Hot and Flashy from BK Beauty. It's the little tapered brush that everybody raves about who uses it. It's the A506, and it's perfect for under your eyes. So I'm going to use the same thing. I'm going to use this. And again, it only took a little bit. And I'm just going over my eyelid to have a base for my eyeshadow. So I went on, as I said, I went on YouTube looking for reviews, and to be honest with you, there were just very few reviews of it, period. Of course, they were all from a year ago when Wayne first introduced it. Now, I've been really rubbing, as you can see. I'm going to go back in with this little brush. I can barely see in my mirror a couple of little spots right here, sunspots, and just pick up a little bit and sort of cover those and use this as a concealer. Remember that I am not a makeup artist. Not been to school for how to apply makeup. No degree. Okay, put the top back on it. one of the things, there's so many things I love about this foundation, but one of the things I love about it is that it really dries down pretty fast. It right now, it's just the tiniest little bit tacky, which I hate tackiness. I hate foundations that don't dry down instantly, but it will. In just shortly, it will dry down. So it's pretty much covering everything. I'm not going to powder. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes, and I'll save my blush, and if I do use a concealer or anything else, I'll save that for later. I am next going to use some e.l.f. cream contour. This is a little palette, and you can see this is well loved, especially these two colors right here, this one and this one. And multi-purpose brush, I'm going to use this. I'm going to go in this one right here. And again, barely just tapping it in. This is something else I've been doing. I used to do this all the time, is sort of use my bronzer or darker contour for blush, or I lay it down first. And I'm going to pull this down, sort of hide my double chin, pull it down on my neck, feathering it out. Start with a little and add if I need to. I'm going to turn it over so that the pointed side is right on the make it look like the sun has hit me. A little bit on my nose. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line my lower lash line, and this is the Nicole Beauty Plum. I love this. I'm pretty sure I've worn this every single day since I got it. I can't believe I'm going to have to wash my hair. And this pencil, I can smudge it actually if I need to, either with my finger or a Q-tip. All right, I am going to do something here under my eyes. I'm going to go in with, it's the NARS Light to Marion Glace or Glacé in Soft Matte. It says Soft Matte. You can tell I have really used a lot of this. I'm going to take my same little brush and just get some. I'm going to powder that, and I'm using the e.l.f. HD powder. Tap a little. A little powder puff. Listen, ordered these off of Amazon. Love these, love them. So I'm gonna, and I have 2 packs of these. I want to say it's a pack of 5, maybe, I can't remember. But I figured once word got out about these, they would probably sell out. So, and they were very, very, very inexpensive, just a few dollars. But these wash. These wash. I ordered, you know, extras just to have. I think it's hard to find a good powder puff. So you can see what I've done. I'm going to tap it off. But I have just washed these with a little Dawn, Blue Dawn, and rinsed them real well and fluffed them and let them dry. Just set it on my vanity, and oh my gosh, they dry, you know, pretty fast. For blush, I am using the Milani 110 Nude Kiss Cheek Kiss. You know what I'm going to use, my good old Sigma multitasker. And again, I'm going to go in with the tiniest little amount, just tapping. I'm going to start outside. Don't want it too dark right here in the front of my face, until I see what it's going to do. Remember, as we're truly aging, like I am, almost 80, I can still say that for another month. If we've had no work done or no fillers, our faces are probably falling by then. And it means our cheeks are losing volume and they're falling, the fat, the collagen. And when we apply our blush lower like we used to, what happens when we have a resting face is it looks like our blush is not where it should be. You know, we're used to smiling and just doing, I'm going to smile so that my cheeks look bigger, and watch what happens with this brush when I put it where I would normally think to put my blush. You know, where, look, when I relax, so you can see why that's important. I'm going to take my little puff and just barely go over that. I did not bring up here my setting spray that I usually use, so I'll do that later, but I'll list it below. I'm going to use my CoverGirl lip stain, and this color is 559. This top is not the top I'm going to wear to the dentist, by the way. Some of you will tell me that this color doesn't match. Got it all over my teeth. We're going to let that dry, my lips set, and then I'll put a gloss or something over it. But before I decided to shoot this video today, I thought, you know, I'm going to go on Beautylish and make sure this is still available, because I didn't want to get y'all all fired up about it and then not be able to get it. I went on Beautylish's website, and sure enough, they only had 2 shades, and they were much darker than what I could use. I can work with a lot of different shades, but those were just too dark for me to work with. I then Googled it to see if I could find it anyplace else, and it doesn't appear that it's anywhere. Although Beautylish says that we have more coming soon, is what it said, and I could sign up to receive an email when it comes in now. And I did. I signed up. But since I don't see any reviews on it, and I don't watch every one of Wayne's videos, so I don't know if it's being discontinued. I don't know if he's just, maybe the sales weren't good enough. I'm quite sure Wayne had to invest an awful lot of his money to get his brushes and his eyeshadows and his color cosmetics, the ones that he does have. It was probably a huge investment for Wayne. And maybe a year ago when it came out, it just didn't take off probably the way it should have. I know, as I said, I used it. The puff was very similar to this black one. If I remember correctly, and I don't know what happened to it, but it was white, but it was this same type of puff, but it was white and it was round. And that had to be why I didn't like the application. But I love this. My face is not tacky in the least. I love the finish on my skin. I love it. I mean, so I'm thinking, all right, let's see if I show you guys the foundation, the Wayne Goss foundation, I'll find something that's a dupe for it. So I went on YouTube and searched for dupes for this foundation. And the only foundation, I have my notes here, the only foundation that I could find a dupe for, video-wise, was the L'Oreal Age Perfect 4-in-1 Tinted Balm. And I said, yes, okay. I checked Walmart, and would you believe they had it. It was $27 for one. Wayne's, oh gosh, I want to say Wayne's was maybe, I'm gonna link this just in case you could wear one of those darker colors. I will link it on Beautylish, and I'll put the price. I may put the price right here on the screen, but I want to say $52. I have been using this and using it. I've used it every single day, and I still have a ton of foundation, a ton. So $27 for the L'Oreal at Walmart. Then I went on, I just flat out Googled on Google cream foundations. There was very few in this format. I found some sticks, but let me tell you what I found looking on the Ulta website and the Sephora website. Well, I'm just going to start with probably, if I could compare this to anything, it would be the Lancome, I call it just the Lancome Stick Foundation, but it has a name. I wear the bisque in this. I love this. This is so similar to the Wayne Goss, or the Wayne Goss is so similar to this. This is $49. Okay, it's not on here, but I will show you. I have, can you see it? Let me hold it. I don't think that will help, but you can see how much I have left. What I want to show you with this is my last tube, and I've saved this so that I could show it to you one day, but this is the last tube of it that I purchased, and let me roll it up. I'm going to get in so close on this that I hope you can see. I have dug everything out of here that I can dig. I took one of those little bitty spatulas and I would get down in here every day and dig out enough that I could use for that day, because just like with the Wayne Goss, it doesn't take that much to get pretty good coverage. There's still some in there. I can see it. I probably need to get in there and with a different implement and get that out of there. But I know with this one, and I've had a couple before this, and when it got down to level here, I would swipe and get as much as I could, but I would throw it away. And there is so much product left in there. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna just hold it so that you can see. There is, it's my thumbnail. There is this much product below the top of the tube. I mean, that's probably as much below as there was sticking out on top. If you can dig it out of there, dig it out of there. But I love this. So guess what? I wanted to compare it price-wise to this. And bear in mind that the Wayne Goss, because that's what we're comparing everything to, was 28.3 grams or 1 fluid ounce or fluid ounce. The Lancome, and I'm assuming that it counts what's below the top of the tube, is normally $49 on Sephora. I believe it was Sephora. But, and they only had a few shades, they did not have my shade. It was on sale for $24.50 in red, which leads me to believe that maybe Lancome is discontinuing this. The last time they discontinued it, they came back with it a while later, and it had a little brush on it. I've never used the brush, but it's the same product, just with the brush. So maybe they're coming back out with it without the brush again. I don't know, or in a different format. I don't know. But those are, I mean, I love those foundations. Let me tell you, and you're gonna see it in another video coming up. I ordered the Doll 10 Today Special a couple of weeks ago on, I think it was on HSN or QVC, I can't remember, HSN. And it's her brand new serum foundation. I love most of the Doll 10 foundations. I did not like this one. I didn't like it. As a matter of fact, one day, I used it a few days to try it. I was so dissatisfied with it when I looked in the mirror that I went in, literally, and I took it, I just wiped everything off with a makeup cloth. It was in the middle of the day. I didn't want to wash my face, and I put this on. I love this finish. So, the bad news is, Lancome may not even be available. I told you about the L'Oreal Age Perfect. So then I looked at, remember, this is 28.3 grams, 1 ounce, which is a lot. When I typed in on Sephora and Ulta both their cream foundations, the Merit Stick Foundation came up. And the stick is $38. And again, I think this was $52. This is $49, but it's on sale now. But the Merit, and I've heard really good things about Merit. As a matter of fact, I got an email not long ago asking me if I would work with them. But the Merit is 6.5 grams or 0.23 ounces. So, you know, when we're looking at these prices, we need to look at the volume of what we're getting for that price. All right, my camera tells me that my battery is running down. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Let me know, do you have the Wayne Goss foundation laying around, and maybe like me, you just didn't like using that little powder puff, and you thought, well, it's not for me, but have you tried it with a brush? Any stiff bristle brush, I would say. Have you tried it? Let us know what you think about it. Am I the only one that maybe if I had liked it and stuck with it, when I first tried it, maybe it would still be around. I hope they're not discontinuing it. I hope not, because I love it. I totally respect Wayne's expertise, and I know that he would not come out with any product. I just know he wouldn't. That wasn't good. So, Wayne, come back out with it. If you see this Wayne you want, but you know, if you're watching this and you know Wayne well enough that you can get through to him, find out what's going on. Let us know. But I love this foundation. That's the end. That's the end of this video. I've said all I can say about these cream and stick foundations. Everything will be listed below. Thank you so much for watching it. Don't forget to be kind, but be kind to yourself first. Love you. Bye.